It is Sunday, July 7th. I'm back with the Ox Life brothers. Myself, Uncle Keese. I'm accompanied by.
You kept it simple today, Uncle Keys. I like that.
Yeah, I did.
That's a good boy.
I'm accompanied by Cedrico, the
Yeah.
fake Colombian,
You know the vibes.
and Ox Gang Chains with a Z.
With the Z.
With the Z. I'm glad to see everybody. How y'all doing? Everybody cool today?
You know the vibes.
Yeah, I know the vibes.
I'm
Ready
hungry.
for the second part of round one today.
Yes.
Excited about that. A lot of 4 or 5 matchups. I think these are going to be really, really close. So
Yes. So
excited about that.
we're continuing our tournament of the 24 best TV shows that we have listed here.
Mm-hmm.
So as we continue on, we're going into the next set of TV shows going up against each other.
Right.
So in today's bracket, we have the Big Willie style, and this is
Who named that?
I did.
You
I did
big
name it that
Willie
because
style,
Fresh
huh?
Prince of Bel-Air was the number 1 seed. Every number 1 seed has a corresponding line or signature, and that was most appropriate.
Big Willie.
what does Big Willie mean?
It's his cassette tape. Yeah.
Oh, Big Willie. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Remember?
don't know what you
It's
was
like the
talking
Welcome
about.
to Miami song. Get jiggy with it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Switch.
No, that
No,
wasn't on
not
there.
that one?
I don't think that was on there. I'm sorry.
So today we got the 4 seed Sanford and Son going up against the 5 seed the PJs.
Yes, sir. And then what are we grading criteria on?
We're
again for
grading
the audience?
criteria on star power,
Absolutely.
supporting cast, and guest appearances.
That's right.
So let's get to business.
Let's get to business.
Let's get to business. We have for Sanford and Son star power.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's very
No
very
brainer for
tough.
me, man.
No brainer than what
So-
you got.
No brainer. I will go right after you, young gentlemen, go.
Spur of the moment, I think I'm going Fred Sanford just because he's iconic. He's legendary. I think he really laid the groundwork for a lot of comedians, black comedians at
Yeah,
that.
you preach that shit.
Rest his soul.
Yeah, rest his soul. But I'm just kind of thinking of some of his bodies of work, Harlem Nights. I mean, he just, so I think I'm going Fred Sanford. Funny show, laid the groundwork.
Facts.
Your
Still
big
watching.
dummy has some quotables, so that's always a plus in my book. You got
Elizabeth.
quotables. Take me now, like so. I got Fred Sanford in this one, star power against Eddie Murphy.
So
I got Fred.
you got Fred Sanford?
I got
Oh, all
Fred.
right, all right. I looked a little shaky over there.
We
You know what I
good.
mean?
We got Big Fred.
Mhm.
You got Big Fred. Why you got Big Fred as for star power?
Just to piggyback off of Canal, he did live the fine work for all comedians. It seemed like he was like the original to bring it up on TV. Quotables, everybody quotes him from battle rappers. He's quoted in certain songs.
Facts.
Yeah, he just put a big impact on the community as well. So go with Fred. Not to say Eddie doesn't, but he practically laid the foundation for Eddie and others to
And I
be
think
what they are
Eddie-
today.
I think Eddie would admit that.
Absolutely.
I mean, to be honest, I
Yeah,
think
Richard
if
Pryor,
Eddie,
if he was still here.
to be honest, I think if Eddie faces anybody else, he probably wins. But
Facts.
Fred Sanford,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough.
I'm going with Fred G. Sanford.
Yeah.
And for the reasons that y'all stated as well too.
State your own reason. Not one.
Well,
State
other,
your name,
other than
gangsta.
other than him being
Yeah.
iconic and being the modeled comedian that
Yeah.
a lot of people take after, there's a lot of work that he's actually put in prior to this. He had a
Right.
lot of underground stand-up specials that that technically couldn't be aired for the fact of how he spoke within it. And to me, again, it was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
At that time, he was also demanding money per show, and it wasn't like a big thing for black comedians at that time to do so.
Yeah.
Star power, I got that.
Also, just to mention again, like Eddie Murphy was like on the PJs, but it was the voice of Eddie Murphy. Like Fred was featured in the show, like throughout the sitcom. He was there. He was shown. Eddie Murphy, it was Thurgood, and Thurgood was a great character, but it's not the same. Like to have him on
Reality
set,
versus
Fred Sanford
animation.
on set, and then Eddie Murphy behind the scenes doing like so. Yeah, I think
So
I'm
for
there.
so for Sanford and Son versus the PJs and Star Power, you
Yeah. I got Fred.
got Fred.
All right, Sanford and Son. Yeah.
We all voted on Fred.
Okay,
3-0
3-0.
Star power.
It's
Yeah,
a
star
body
power.
bag
for star power.
for for star power.
It's only one round. Yeah, it's only one criteria though.
Yeah, I know that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
it's still.
For this criteria, it's 3 out.
Yeah.
So for supporting cast,
It'd be like 1-0 though, wouldn't it?
Well, 3 of us voted for one person.
Right, but it all
on
counts.
the
Okay.
one criteria.
You're right. I see you.
oh, we're judging off of one thing, so it'll be
Right.
1-0 so far. I see where you're coming from.
Collectively, but I see.
I got you. I got you too, Skeeter.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
So supporting cast,
Yeah.
who had the stronger supporting cast around them?
I'll go. I'm going Loretta Devine, who was Thurgood's wife. Remember her name on there?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
No, actually, I don't remember her name.
It's like, you remember her name? Yeah. No.
I know Loretta. I don't know. I forgot her name on there.
Man, it's gonna drive me nuts. But I feel like Loretta, just throughout her career, she has been a phenomenal supporting actress. Great body of work, movies. Her voice alone, I think, can really stand out. Like if her voice was to be said, you could figure out who the person was. Like the face would come to her voice.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Loretta Devine. I thought she was a good supporting character to Thurgood. Whatever Eddie Murphy was, whatever Thurgood was, which was like cheap slumlord. Loretta just did the opposite of that. She was always telling Thurgood to do the right thing, turn the heat on.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like the voice of reason, and so I always like Loretta. But
She also had a whining ass voice on that TV show on the PJs too.
that's just her voice, though.
Yeah, that's just a voice.
But
Loretta, I didn't say that.
In comparison to Desmond Wilson, what was the son's name on that? What's the character's name? Do you
On
remember the sons? Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Keith should be able to tell you. I don't watch that show like that.
As much as I watch it, I can't even tell you the damn name.
Well, just in comparison, I mean Loretta to Desmond, I just like he's always like pop and whatever. Like I don't like him. I don't
Why
think
you
he's a
ain't like him?
memorable character. I don't think he's a memorable character, and I like Loretta Devine better. So I got Sanford. I got
For Desmond Wilson?
yeah. He was a son. I don't like him as much as I like Loretta Devine on the PJs. That's what I'm saying.
I concur to that sentiment. Just because Loretta's just so she's so strong with her characters, whatever she plays, like this
Lamont
voice over
is his
Lamont.
name. Lamont.
Huh?
Lamont is Fred's.
Yeah.
It's Fred's
Oh,
son's name.
yeah, but Loretta, just because she has history and she kills all her roles effortlessly in PJs, was just another one of those things. And
I can see why you say that.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's not like she doesn't modify her voice. She doesn't modify any of her. She's literally herself within anything that she plays, and she was perfect for the PJs. So yeah,
I love you, Loretta. I really do. But I'm not going with you. I'm going with Lamont. I have to go with Lamont because it brings the character out of Sanford at certain times. It brings these dramatic moments. It brings out certain situations on the show. So I'm going with him for a supporting cast because he actually made the show with Sanford and Son. So that's what I'm going with.
I mean, the name is Sanford and Son. He should have some significant.
So was you
role,
Sanford and Lamont? That's what you're saying? It should have been changed to?
No, I felt like Sanford was the bigger star, and I didn't really like how he supported Sanford in that role. I just don't think. I think you could have replaced Lamont with anybody.
Nah,
I don't think you can replace
man.
Loretta. I'm about to find out her
You
character.
can replace
name.
Loretta. You got Jeanette.
With who?
no, you
Jeanette
can't
the
play.
boy could have replaced her.
I'm not hearing that.
You
I'm
have
not hearing that.
Nah,
what's
I'm not hearing
the
that.
you
You're not-
have
you're not replacing
Lunel the
Loretta.
comedian could have replaced her.
no.
I'm not hearing that.
What? Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Whatever, man.
That was a nice try, though. I like
Yeah.
that. How you try to finesse.
Well, I'm sticking by my opinion. So
yeah, of course.
Mario.
screw you two.
Mario was her name.
Mario.
Mario.
Yeah, I don't
Mario
like
was
that
her
name,
name.
Mario. I'll go with Lamont.
Yeah, I prefer
Mario just
over-
sounds like it's annoying.
I got Mario.
Like you're being such a
over-
Mario right now. Like it sounds like a name call.
Sounds like an insult. Yeah, Mario over Lamont. I got that.
So for supporting cast, you have Loretta, and I have Lamont.
Lamont.
So basically, y'all won by default, I guess.
Feel me?
Well, we got the rounds in favor of the PJs for that. Yeah, but we got it 1-1 then if we think about it.
Yep.
Okay, 1-1.
So we got our tiebreaker.
It's even Stevens right about now.
Guess the
Criteria.
appearances.
Get it, even Stevens, because that's another TV. No.
No.
Whatever. So, last one, guest appearances.
I was trying to let you go. I was trying to let
That
you
was terrible.
But Wow.
That was terrible. I'm not
It's
sure
terrible,
what
but it was funny though, right?
it wasn't 'cause
Terribly
you're the only
funny.
one that's
It was
laughing.
terribly funny. You're smiling and cheesing right about now.
I'm not laughing though.
So for guest appearances
Yeah.
between Sanford and Son and the PJs,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Sanford and Son. They had George Foreman up there.
All right. Look, yeah. Well, list
That
out.
was a
list
hate.
out. Yeah, list out the guest appearances here, so that the audience knows who's on here and who's what.
So we have John Amos, Antonio Fargas,
Mhm.
Mary Alice, Margaret Avery, George Foreman,
Mm-hmm.
Jeanette Dubois, Merv Griffin,
Mm-hmm.
Lena Holm, Pat Morita, LaWanda Page, and these are
Yeah.
just a handful of people that we picked
Right.
out that was on the show.
Right.
There was a lot of celebrities on there.
Mhm.
A lot of black celebrities on there. I
Yeah.
can't remember the famous tap dancer that he had on the show once
Okay.
upon a time. But it just touched base on a lot of different people, and also white actors and actresses that
They were
starred in the
mixed
show were
in,
very
too.
iconic at the time too.
True.
So
Okay, so that's what you have for Sanford and Son. Who are the guests for the PJs?
I guess for the PJs was Cassie Davis, Jeanette Dubois,
Who's
Jackie
everywhere.
Chan,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, Jennifer Lewis. And that was a few people that
I
I
love
could
Jennifer Lewis.
find. Jennifer Lewis is popping.
She's
She's
fine.
definitely popping.
Oh man.
But that was what we have for the guest appearances on PJ. So who's taking that?
Ooh.
To
Jackie
be honest
Chan,
with you,
Snoop Dogg,
Jackie
and Jennifer
Chan and Snoop
Lewis.
Dogg those are haymaker.
Those are Floyd punches. and
Yeah, but I'm
dodges.
going with Sanford and Son.
I don't even know. Besides George Foreman, I can, off the back of my head, I can't tell you who's anybody else under that list.
Yeah.
So because of that fact,
John Amos is the father off of Good Times.
okay,
Yeah. That's the only one I got
yeah,
recognized too.
that's it.
But
going-
Lena Horne is somebody of significance, and it's gonna
Mhm.
really bother me that I
She's a
don't know
singer.
her. Okay.
She's a singer. She's a singer from that time frame.
To be completely honest,
I'm
I
going
don't.
with the PJs.
You got the
I'm going
PJs.
with PJs.
Honestly, don't want to vote. Could I just give them both zeros? I
Nope.
really don't want.
You gotta
I don't
go.
want to
No,
give
gotta
the
pick
edge to
one.
one or
Nope,
the
nope,
other.
nope.
Gotta pick one. You know the rules.
But
No
we
backing
made
out
up
now.
the rules. I'm gonna take Sanford and Son off the limb of Lena Horne being really somebody who's of significance, and so I'll go Sanford and Son. But there's no conviction in that pick. I'd much rather just go 0-0. But yeah,
Really?
that's what I got.
You know what, Sanford? Go. Yeah, third.
I chose Sanford and Son already.
Is there anybody in particular that stood out that made you pick
George
them?
Foreman. I like that
Foreman.
episode that they had. I watched it. He was on the show trying out in a for a play,
Mm-hmm.
and I just felt like it was a funny thing to me. So,
Okay.
and then George Foreman was acting, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm choosing it.
Gotcha. So in summary, what are the rounds that we're giving out to people?
So I say 2-1 Sanford and Son,
Mm-hmm.
and I say star power and guest appearances.
Star Power guest appearances, Sanford and Son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you have?
2-1 PJs.
Gotcha. And I got. Oh, sorry.
Wait, for what? What?
Supporting
category?
cast and guest appearances for me, and that's valid.
Because of who? And Jennifer Lewis.
Loretta, Jennifer Lewis, Jackie Chan, and Snoop Dogg. Are you joking?
Jesus.
Yeah. I had Sanford and Son 2-1. Star Power I gave to Fred. Red Fox is his name. That's his real name.
Yeah,
It's
Red Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, and then guest appearances off the strength of Lena Horne. So I got Sanford and Son 2-1. And yeah, so that's our round. That's our first 4 or 5 matchup.
First 4 or
These
5
are our
matchups.
votes. Make sure you get out there and vote. We've been getting a lot of feedback on our polls. We're going to post them up this weekend, show the results.
Yes.
And then we're going to update our bracket. So get out there, vote, and you decide ultimately who moves on. So
Yes.
that's our first matchup. See you
Rub it
soon.
back.